Today on DC News Now.
Rain and wind are set to arrive later this evening. We'll let you know how long the worst of the storm sticks around.
And 17 rounds found at an early morning shooting. What police are saying this afternoon. Then we're stretching your dollar. How you could be eligible for money right now with new court settlements.
Electric, autonomous, and now AI, the coolest car tech from CES 2024 in Las Vegas. I'm Rich DeMuro. That's coming up in Tech Smart.
Plus, in today's MoCo Minute, an inside look into one of the county's new businesses, Coma Cafe.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. We begin with breaking news this afternoon. The Washington Commanders have hired San Francisco 49ers executive Adam Peters as their new general manager. And that's according to Adam Schefter with ESPN. Peters won Super Bowls while working in New England and Denver, and he's been with the 49ers since 2017 and has worked in the NFL for 21 years. We're going to have more on this story coming up on DC News Now at 4. Well, it's the second DMV first warn day of this week due to rain and wind expected to hit later on this evening. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us now with the latest check on the forecast. Damon, what's coming our way?
Well, Mark, that's just it. The second storm of the week. We did not get much of a break in between these storm systems that both bring rain and wind to the area. That's why we have that threat in place for tonight, as flooding issues and wind damage could be our main concerns and issues moving forward. Here we go. We have a flood watch that is in effect from 6 p.m. today, this evening, as a matter of fact, going into 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. And that is up and down the I-95 corridor here, including the D.C. Metro, and then also back to the west, portions of Northern Virginia that got hit hard by Tuesday's rainfall, also within that flood watch. And the wind alerts, they have been expanded now. We have wind advisories stretching across the northern two-thirds of the DMV. Once you head far enough south into parts of Prince William, Stafford, southern Fauquier County, you are out of that wind advisory. But nonetheless, we are still likely to see gusts approaching 55 miles per hour later on this evening, and that wind sticks around even into the day on Saturday, as many of these wind alerts do not expire until tomorrow afternoon, as blustery conditions will stick around even as this storm system pulls away. Currently, we have wind speeds that are starting to pick up out there at around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but it will not be until much later today that we start to feel the impact of this very massive storm system. Again, we're already seeing wintry weather in the upper part of the Great Lakes, blizzard-like conditions in Wisconsin, and then a severe outbreak ongoing down across Mississippi and Alabama. And again, that's knocking on the door. It will be arriving by this evening. We'll time everything out and when you can expect the worst of this storm system to hit here in the DMV coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. DC Water reporting its new tunnel is helping curb rain impacts in the district. The 13-mile-long northeast boundary tunnel drains water under the Metro Bridge, and it can hold 90 million gallons of water. And officials say that the tunnel will decrease the number of floods in the area.
Preliminary data shows the tunnel captured about 267 million gallons of combined sewage. Without the tunnels, you would have had approximately 400 million gallons that would have flowed into the river.
Still, officials say it's hard to draw conclusions from just one storm. They say that they will continue to monitor data from the tunnel. Meantime, people in Alexandria are also preparing for this evening's storm to roll through and the flooding that could come with it. DC News Now's Liberty Zabala has a closer look at what's being done.
Well, residents here in Alexandria are bracing for another round of rain. We're still seeing very large areas of standing water and puddles out here. This is Prince Street. Now, the last time a storm system went through here earlier this week, it left these streets flooded. Residents in Alexandria waded in knee-deep water as rain pummeled the streets of Old Town, leaving some completely flooded. Many residents and businesses used sandbags to protect their homes and storefronts. The Virginia Virginia Department of Transportation is warning the next storm could make roads impassable. It is urging drivers to plan ahead and use extreme caution. With the ground already heavily saturated from the last storm, the rains and heavy winds could cause downed trees. VDOT crews will be monitoring and treating the roadways. Crews will be setting up traffic controls and detours. They will be removing debris and making emergency repairs. And they remind you, if you see standing water, they warn you to turn around, don't drown.
We saw some of the flooded streets, and we saw like how they were like, you know, people were not happy and they were getting wet, and it wasn't easy to run in for sure.
Get to like some higher ground, get on top of the hill, and just be safe. You don't got to leave the house, don't leave the house.
And you can still see sandbags outside of the storefronts here. The city of Alexandria did give out more than 500 sandbags to prepare residents for these storms. And you may want to download the VDOT free 511 mobile app to also check road conditions, especially driving home later on this evening. For now, in Alexandria, Liberty Zabala, DC News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you. And you can stay up to date on the storm and how it could impact you on our DC News Now weather app. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download the app on your device. Well, former Washington Wizards player is facing several theft charges. Guard Ryan Rollins was waived by the team on Monday, and court documents reveal that he's facing 7 counts of petite larceny in Alexandria. The incidents took place between September and November. A hearing has been scheduled for early next month. In a statement to DC News Now, Monumental basketball president Michael Winger wrote, "We just recently learned of the charges against Ryan. We do take our role very seriously as the citizens of the DMV, representatives of our fans and our team in the community can be proud of." Well, D.C. police are investigating a shooting in Northeast, and as Lex Juarez explains, officials say the victim is actually a suspect in another incident.
Well, D.C. police are looking into this shooting and a carjacking that they believe are connected. The shooting here happening just before 4 in the morning. Now, this is on Benning Road Northeast. This is a 3300 block of Benning Road. The only thing in this area is this Shell gas station, and this is a main road that people do take to get to the Anacostia Freeway or to head into the city. Police say that a young boy was shot here. He was taken to a local area hospital and is expected to be okay. Police say that bullet grazed him in the head. Now, that boy is a suspect in an armed carjacking that happened just an hour before the shooting. That was on 14th Street Southeast. Now, there are 4 different suspects for that carjacking. This boy, just one of those suspects. They did steal a 2024 Toyota Camry from a driver around 2:45 in the morning. Just at 3:45 here on this side of town, that's where the shooting happened, and that boy was grazed by that bullet. Right now, no suspects have been named in this shooting. Of course, as we get more information, we'll let you know right here on DC News Now. For now, in Northeast Washington, I'm Lex Juarez. Back to you.
All right, Lex, thank you. With new details this afternoon on 2 Loudoun County Sheriff's deputies who were seriously injured in a car crash. One of them has been released from the hospital, and the crash happened near Watson Road and Manbar Lane yesterday morning. Investigators say the 2 deputies were clearing a different crash in Leesburg when a teen driver ran into them, and officials believe that icy roads could have been a factor. A new push for student safety in schools making its way through D.C. Council, and dozens testified yesterday for the School Safety Enhancement Amendment Act and Conflict Resolution Education Amendment Act. Well, the first bill would create a new director and assistant director of school safety in each of D.C.'s schools. Well, the second requires age-appropriate conflict education for students.
If we start in our schools, we can instill lifelong skills that help students overcome conflict, build positive and lasting relationships, and make our communities safer.
Students must build the skills to de-escalate and peacefully resolve conflict, and these skills can absolutely be taught. We do not need to reinvent the wheel.
And many people testifying at the hearings also brought up the need for stronger in-school mental health support and out-of-school programming. Well, in Virginia, several lawmakers are looking to pass bills relating to the state's opioid crisis. Among the proposed measures is a law that would require schools to notify parents of any overdoses on school grounds within 24 hours. Another proposal directs the Joint Commission on Health Care to study possible solutions to the crisis. And there are also several bills surrounding naloxone. Now, if passed, high schools would be required to keep at least 2 doses of naloxone on hand. Students would also be required to complete an overdose prevention program by 10th grade. Well, happening now, business concerns in Hagerstown, Maryland, where the community has seen several restaurants close in the past few weeks. DC News Now's Skylar Salas spoke with people who say they're worried about what this will mean for the region.
This Golden Corral in Hagerstown was once a thriving place for families to come and grab a quick meal, but as you can see, it is completely vacant and abandoned, and it's not the only one. This KFC near downtown Hagerstown also closed, but the question still remains, why are so many businesses in Hagerstown closing permanently? In the last few weeks, a total of 3 chain restaurants have closed down back to back, which has caught the eye of people in the community.
I happen to come at least, I'd say, 2 or 3 times a month. I think it's a shame.
According to CEO of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, the driving force for businesses to close up shop is expenses going up.
The cost of doing business, they have to make a profit. And with the increase over the years in their food costs that they have to pass on their customer, minimum wage continues to go up. And I think that impacts, number one, their expenses and what they can charge for their food. And so if they have to charge more for their food. One group that may be hit harder than others, families with low incomes who rely on more affordable options when they choose to dine out. It's an inconvenience factor. And so either they have to get a ride, they might have to get Uber, they might have to get order in and pay a little bit more for those services that provide that product or provide delivery of the products to them. According to Fry, there could be some upsides on the business end of things. It's an existing business, and maybe someone wants to open a restaurant. They don't have to do the whole development. So they have a site they can move into, and the existing independent restaurants and coffee houses, that leaves more business for them. Reporting in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas for DC News Now.